And a backlog of wires means everything is working the way it should be. Is this pissing you guys off yet? Is it making you mad? Oh, maybe one day I'll be 100% efficient, but today is not that day. Hello! Welcome back to Satisfactory! And I am pretty satisfied because I did a little bit of work off camera. Did a little bit of work to this little dome thing, which I like the new addition. I think this flows a little bit better and it's a little bit more organized. Now, obviously, work needs to be done. I'm going to amplify some of these sections here with some steel beams. I'm going to make this look a little bit better. But I gotta say, I like those little sunroof things that are going on and the little pivot points. It's kind of like those can be open and closed. I like it. I don't know. But we also did a little bit of work on the ugly cylinder thing that we have going on up there. Not a whole lot of work, but I've been playing around with these hexagonal or whatever the hex frame windows. They're fun to play with. And so I think I'm going to add a lot of those around this cylinder, as well as adding some cool designs so it's not as orange and ugly. But there are things that I could do. This is what I learned. I learned that these don't have to be orange. Like, yes, we can switch all of it to like a different color all at once. Or what I can do is I can go in and just switch, like, for example, I could switch that to purple. See? Which is kind of cool. Not that I want it to be purple, but it's a thing I can do, is what I'm saying. Oh, God, am I never going to find that color again? How am I? Okay. Whew! But I'm done building for today. In fact, I want to get back into the factory part of this game and start working on some factory stuff. You can see in the top right, we are done with phase 2, which after I press the big red button, where is the big red button? That's right, the big red button is back over here at the space elevator. So we need to send all of these parts up and... oh, so satisfying. And send. Oh. So beautiful. So beautiful. And now we have access to phase 3, baby. Which means we have oil processing, industrial manufacturing, which means we'll be able to get these modular engines, which you can see up here in the top right. We're definitely going to need so that we can get into phase 4. We could also do alternative fluid transport, which is the most important part because in Seer 6, we're going to get jetpacks. We're going to be able to fly, baby. I'm so excited about that. But we will need the packaged fuel for that. So that's going to be super sick. Gas masks, I'm not fully about. It's not like I go anywhere and do anything with gas masks. But hey, it'll be nice to have. The big one is we're going to get Mark IV. Is that the highest? Okay, sure. We're going to get Mark IV belts, which is super sick. That means 480 items per minute, as well as monorail trains. Oh, we're finally going to get into trains. Now, obviously, we can't do all of this in one day, but what we can do is start working on a little bit of oil processing. Obviously, after we get the motors, the encased beams, and all of these goodies in there. And I have 3 out of 4 of those recipes. The one and only thing that I don't have is the motors. But see, the motors is going to be a slight issue because I need 10 stators per minute. And to make stators, I need wire and steel pipe, which in itself is not that big of an issue because of what we did last episode. We have steel pipes and steel beams coming through. The issue is my logistics layer is a full-on disaster right now. I just dedicated myself to fixing this. Yep, I just made the conscious decision to spend the next hour reworking these lines. Oh, it's going to be good for the future me. It's going to be good for the future me. Just do it. Just do it. And there you go. It's 10 times more organized than it was. Let me just put it that way. But I found a very big flaw with my logistics layer. And that's I can't fit lifts in my logistics layer. So if I want to make this place look beautiful, I have to do elevation like this. And I really only have 2 levels I can go at. This first level and the second level. It doesn't look horrible, but there's something a little bit off about it. But this is just a learning process, right? Now we know next time we build a logistics layer, we'll build it big enough to put lifts in. But all in all, look at us go. We're making motors at a very, very, very slow pace now. Fantastic. I need some math. And I feel like I've been putting that off for the longest time. And this is a very mathematical game. I feel like I'm going to hit my limit here soon, and it's going to kill me. Though it does look like I'm underproducing wires. So I'm gonna have to fix that first. And a backlog of wires means everything is working the way it should be. Is this pissing you guys off yet? Is it making you mad? Oh, maybe one day I'll be 100% efficient, but today is not that day. And that is because today is oil day, and I have to find some oil. Hopefully it's relatively close. Any day now. It will eventually ping somewhere. Is there no oil down? What? Oh no! That's pretty far away. Let's see what we're working with here. Apparently it's over here on this island, which is kind of cool. What does it look like? Oh, it's not an island. Oh, it's suddenly less cool. So we have one over there. That's definitely an island, isn't it? That's an island. It's gotta be. Well, we have one here. It's a normal node. Awesome. And then we have one over in this direction, which is, come on, please be another normal. It would be fantastic if you are. Yes! All right. And we have a third one if we need it. Not that we need it, but it is over there somewhere. I'm gonna go check it. I'm gonna go check it out. Nice! Okay. This is great. I'm really happy about this. Oh, and there's a crashed shipwreck over here? Heck yeah! Oh, jeez. Oh, where are you guys coming from? Holy cow! What is happening? Oh, where did they just all spawned? You weren't here 2 seconds ago. Oh, jeez! What a day! Where did these guys even come from? Oh, I'm too powerful. Heck yes! And I don't need to do anything about it? I can... Awesome! Awesome! Oh god, this game... I'm just getting rewarded left, right, and center here. So, first things first, I need to go ahead and put an oil extractor on this guy. And I am going to use this pure one, because I feel like I might need the other ones for later. So we'll put this oil extractor on, and I'm just now remembering I need power. No, it's fine. It's fine. Because our Cantarium thing is right here. Yeah, okay, so we could just pull the power from there, come over here, power this oil extractor. Oh, God, I got scared for a brief second there. All right, so what I want to do, and I don't know if this is going to work as well as I want it to work, but I want to make, like, an oil tower. Because in this game, there's this weird head lift mechanic where if you have all of your liquids go up first, you could pretty much send it anywhere in your world without using, like, a crazy amount of pumps. So what I want to do is I want to put, like, a nice... do I have a buffer? Actually, now that I think about it, I have a small buffer. I would very much like one of those big buffers. It looks like we're not there yet. So what I want to do is I want to put a platform up here, kind of like this. And this is where my factory is going to be. And then a little bit above that is where I'm going to be putting the buffers so that I can kind of send it anywhere in the factory. Yes. So something like this. Yes. It looks sick. I mean, this bottom platform was a little bit wider than I originally anticipated, but I think it'll be perfectly fine. So I have the extractor. It's pumping oil up above to this top layer here, which I have 3 fluid buffers, which is going to collect the oil and then pump it back down this pipe right here to the rest of the factory. So this setup should be awesome. It should work. I am really happy about these. I just had to get them, and I love them. They're wall outlets. So rather than using these poles everywhere and powering everything that way, I can go vertically and have these wall outlets go all the way up the tower so I can power these pumps to get the oil up there. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's going to come in clutch in like actual factory building, which I'm pretty excited about. Now this part is going to be a little bit wonky donkey for now. Okay, welcome to the math portion of the video. I know we didn't meet expectations at the beginning of the video today, so we're going to try to make up for it. So here are my refineries. The oil is going to come through here and then go into the refineries. I have 4 of them set up because 2 of them are going to make plastic. You can see here it needs 30 per minute. This one's going to make plastic as well. And then these ones are going to make rubber. Now, the issue with this setup is that they have a byproduct of heavy oil residue. Now, if I don't do anything with the heavy oil residue, these machines will back up and eventually not work. So what I need to do is find out what I can do with heavy oil residue, which is pretty easy. I just sink it right back into another refinery to make residual fuel. You can see here, I take that heavy oil residue, 60 per minute, and I create fuel with it. So, I mean, it's going to be as easy as putting these 4 refineries into another refinery. And the math checks out. Believe it or not, the math checks out because these plastics make 10 per minute, and then these rubbers make 20 per minute, which is a total, if you're doing math at home, of 60 per minute. So the ratio should be 4-to-1, which I'm pretty excited about. Now, the issue here is you need plastics to be able to upgrade and get the packagers, the bottlers, so that I can put the fuel into packaging and have packaged fuel at the end. So we need to find a temporary workaround, and I think what we're gonna do for now is just set this up into containers. Like all my products, the plastics and the rubber is just gonna go into containers, and the residual fuel is just gonna go into buffers for now, until I can upgrade to do the fuel option. I think that this is the solution I'm looking for a temporary fix. So I have the residual oil going into these 4 buffers. Now these 4 buffers will hold 400 each, which will give me 1,600 each. So what I should be able to do is just come in here and flush it and then empty it. Or what at worst case scenario, I kind of cheat the system and have it go into these buffers, and then I can go and just delete the fluid buffer, which will delete the fluid with inside. But I do have these set up to go over here into these storage containers as well. So I'll have plastics and rubber kicking off. And if I'm doing the math correctly, I don't need a whole lot of plastic. Actually, I should probably do that before I go all the way back to my base. Do the math. Oh God, I'm gonna trap myself like this all the time. Yeah. So I believe I'm only gonna need 200 plastic, but I am also gonna need these modular frames. So I'm going to have to make a trip over to my steel factory as well, grab a crap ton of, what are these, pipes? Yeah, steel pipes and encased beams, because I think I'm going to need about 20 of these to get to the next level as well. Okay, so good thing I did the math. Now let's go ahead and turn this thing on and then pray to any god that you believe in that this works. Cross your fingers, here we go. So step 1, getting the fluid into these buffers seems to be working. Yes, okay, so we got it up. Now now can we get the fluid down? That's a good sign. Movement. Movement. Are you guys turning on? Oh, you guys aren't even powered. Which should be an easy fix. Honestly, I got scared that it wasn't working for a bit. But now it is working, and we are creating plastic and hopefully rubber. Yes! It would also help if I hooked up all my belts. Yeah. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better.
Milestone reached. Fluids can now be packaged to allow for transportation via vehicle and conveyor belts.
So this part, though incredibly unorganized at this point in time, is relatively pretty easy. See, I have some of the plastic coming up over into this constructor, turning it into empty canisters. And then it's going over here to this packager, which will take the empty canisters and the fuel that this machine right here is making and turn it into packaged fuel, okay? And then we could easily just hook that up to another one of these bad boys, and we will now have packaged fuel. Now, I want to try something because we have all of this heavy oil residue in here, and I don't really want to waste it. So this might be pretty ugly. But at this point in time, I think this will work. So all we have to do is hook this up to some power, which we will go ahead and make this at least somewhat organized here, just like that. Plug that bad boy in, and now we are creating fuel. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, okay, it's filling up. It started really slow, but now it is filling up, and we now have packaged fuel, baby. Okay. You know, I'm happy with this. Like I said, it's extremely unorganized. We're going to have to come back here and rip it all to shreds eventually, especially once we upgrade our electrical, okay? See, we're not working with the best coal generators right now. We have about 1,000 out of 1,350 capacity here, so we still have about 300 megawatts to play with, a little bit of wiggle room. I'm happy with that. That's perfectly fine. But if we made this factory any larger, that wiggle room would be a little bit harder to work with. So we're going to get to the point very soon where we're going to have faster belts, bigger pipes, bigger fluid buffers, and so on and so forth. So this factory that we have here isn't supposed to be a mass-producing factory in any way, shape, or form. But it's going to get us the necessary items that we need to get to the next phase of this game. So I'm incredibly happy with this. It's unorganized, and honestly, it's causing a headache, but I'm building this to get to the end goal. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next episode where we'll do something. I have no plans as of yet. Hey, I just realized that triangle thing moves in and out. That's cool. My ADHD is kicking off today.